This is definitely a beautiful day because something beautiful is happening here, right? Right? Something everyone who lives here at Wagner deserves. And we got a lot more work to do to continue to support you and invest in you. I want to say to everyone who lives in this community, you are going to help lead the comeback of New York City, right here at Wagner Houses. We're going to do the things to bring our city back, and we need a recovery for everybody, right? Not just a few people. Everyone has to recover together, bring this city back together. And that's what this is an example of here today. Investing in the people and especially investing in our children. We want our children to have positive alternatives. This is part of our Safe Summer NYC plan. This is about how we work together to keep everyone safe this summer. It can only be done with community, working together with police. We're all in this together and investing. So I want to thank everyone. We're going to be talking very quickly today, everybody. Brief remarks. Who's in favor of brief remarks? All right, people have spoken. So I'm going to thank some people really quickly. Someone who did this work as a labor of love. He's the Deputy Commissioner for Community Partnerships, NYPD, Chauncey Parker, really championed this. Thank you. I want to thank everyone who's here from federal law enforcement. Federal government helped us do this too. Thank you to our colleagues from federal law enforcement. Thank you to the New York City Police Foundation for donating money to make this happen. Thank you to the First Responders Children Foundation, the Mandela Foundation, and Union Settlement. Everyone contributed because everyone wanted the people of Wagner Houses and the children of Wagner Houses to have a better summer. So that's what's happening here. Also, leaders of the NYPD that you need to know because they're helping to create a new and better approach, bringing community in more and more. Chief of Patrol Juanita Holmes, take a bow. Chief of Community Affairs Jeff Madry, thank you. And everybody, we are not going to let a few people who do violence hold the rest of us back because all of us believe in peace in this community, right? We believe in peace, we need peace, and we're going to work together for peace. So now I want to introduce someone who every day, his job is to protect all of us, and he knows that begins with working with the communities of this city, our Police Commissioner, Dermot Shea.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I will be brief. I just want to say this is what it's all about. When I had the privilege of being sworn in a little over a year ago by the mayor, I talked about the youth and I talked about kids. And this is a commitment on our part that we're putting our money where our mouth is, taking money, resources from the PD, working with all of the partners up here. And that's the beauty of this effort. It's a collaborative effort of elected officials, state and federal authorities, NYPD, mostly community, grassroots organizations, all coming together because we all know what's important. And you're looking at it right here, the kids of this community. So God bless everyone. We're going to be out there to keep you safe and can't wait to beat the pastor again in the second game of one-on-one.
Just hold on, don't go away. Okay, I just want to say the police commissioner has offended a man of the cloth. I want to formally apologize. I'm sure between your exceptional athletic skills and divine intervention, you will never lose again. Okay, now Chauncey Parker.
Mr. Mayor, this truly is an example, a shining example of what you always say. It's just incredible what we can do if we all work together. And I would just want to say briefly where the NYPD comes in and when we came in. When I started in December of 2019, began and had the honor of working for Commissioner Shea, he said, look, my North Star for the NYPD is very simple, is that we're going to do everything we possibly can to help kids across this city. That's the North Star. Working with our community partners, our agency partners, that's the North Star. About 6 months later, I was standing here with Mike Parker, one of, as you know, one of the, probably maybe the mayor of the community, a different kind of mayor. And Mike Parker showed us that, we looked at the court and said, look, and it was in really tough condition, and NYCHA doesn't have a lot of resources. And he said, imagine, what could happen if you could activate this and make this beautiful for the children in this community. I spoke to the police commissioner. He said, speak to our federal partners. Is there a way we could find new money, so to speak, in asset forfeiture that normally just goes into criminal cases? Could we take some of that money and redirect it? Money that drug dealers are making, all the sorts of things is being taken away from them. They're hurting our communities so much. Could we invest that in our communities? And our friends from the federal law enforcement, together with the police commissioner, they dedicated $4 million to set aside to start to activate spaces across New York City. We spoke to Vito from NYCHA, just an amazing partner who, together with MOCJ and the mayor's office of to prevent neighborhood violence, they all came together. MAP, all those great partners, NYCHA, foundation partners, federal law enforcement partners, everybody came together and made this possible. And this is just the beginning. This is one of 15 basketball courts that are going to be renovated across New York City before the summer. Across this city, they're all going to be restored to this condition, and it is just the beginning. So it's an honor to be a part of this team, and it is just the beginning. Thank you.
So this only happens with community leadership, voices of the community saying we can create something together and we can make things better. Si se puede, yes we can. One of the great leaders, and he has really shown heart and soul in believing the community can overcome all the challenges together. Where's Michael Parker? Come up here, Michael. Come up here. There you go. Thank you.
Wagner, 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 be proud, Wagner. This is ours, Wagner residents. This is ours. Born and raised here. This is such a beautiful moment. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Councilman Bayala, Chauncey. Thank you, Ramon Caba. Thank you, Mayor's Action Plan. This is a community effort that the community should be able to allow to dream and be able to allow to work with our elected officials, our stakeholders, our law enforcement to say collectively we can work together to build something. This is a shining example of collaborative work, and this is something for our community. This actually changes the tide of the narrative of what people think of partnerships. Our residents built this. Our residents worked so hard for this. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of our residents to hold people accountable and saying we need the help. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Chauncey. This was over a conversation over pizza and some Diet Coke. You had a Diet Coke. And Diana, the phone calls, Ramon, the constant conversations, Ms. Sharon, Mayor, everything. This is a community effort, and I want everybody to know that together we can dream collectively. It doesn't have to always be friction. This is for our young people for time to come, and we'll work collectively to keep this place safe. Thank you very much. Wagner strong. Yeah, Wagner strong.
Okay, now, I'm going to say something real. Ready? Ready? Sometimes when you hear the word politician, you don't get a good feeling. Right? Right? Yeah, and I'm about to go there. But there's some people who are elected officials. I don't even want to use the word politician. There's some people elected officials who actually live up to the title of representing the community, do something for the community, make you proud. They make you proud they represent the community. And I've got someone to introduce, and you know what? She may not be the tallest elected official. Hold on. Hold on. In your eyes, she's real tall, and she's amazing. She's a force of nature, and she's of and by and for the people. Council Member Diana Ayala.
How embarrassing. No, I think that, this is what happens, right? When we invest in communities, we all win. And I want to thank all of the partners that made this happen today. But there are so many people that, are not on the podium today that, we need to acknowledge. I want to really give a huge shout out also to MAP. Many of you know, I will share that when MAP started, I wasn't a huge fan. You couldn't convince me that it worked. I'm a reformer. I now believe I have seen the light, and I know how hard these people have worked. These are residents of Wagner houses, people that were born and raised here, that are raising their families here, that love this community and love this development so much that they get up every single day unpaid, and they come out here to clean the grounds, to build new spaces, and to form relationships with our young people, because we believe in our young people, because we want to make sure that you grow up to be old and wrinkly, and that you have successful lives, and that you are healthy. We want to make sure that that happens. Even if it costs whatever amount of money it costs, we will make sure that we invest in a way that makes sense for all of you, because this is for you. And all of us old people that are standing here, we've played our games. I mean, I know we have one here that he claims that he played and he won. I don't know, there's a video, there may or may not be a video of him winning this afternoon. But this is for all of the young people that live here. And I hope that this shows you that we love you, that this community loves you, that we believe in you. And the mayor didn't announce this, and I also want to recognize SAVE. I think there's some guys from SAVE. Ramon is back there. Kioka from the 25th Precinct, you know, Reverend Rice. Like, there's so many. The PSA has been really instrumental, and it doesn't happen every day that we're able to work, you know, so I'm really proud to be here. And just for all of you that don't know, because this is something that we were working on for a couple of years as well with all of the partners, that center right behind us, that hideous little building, is going to be the brand new community center for Wagner houses. Woo! And so I want to thank the mayor, because last summer when we were walking around, I said, you see that little wrinkly building there? We want that building to be the brand new state-of-the-art community center for the kids of this development. And he said, you got it? 2 days later, I got a call that we had the money. So that renovation should be starting really shortly, and I really hope that you enjoy it. And we look forward to coming back and cutting that ribbon along with you. So thank you all for being here.
I hope all of you are feeling the emotion I'm feeling when Diana Ayala says to the children, I hope one day you're old and wrinkly. That's just beautiful, isn't that? Like, Diana, what are you talking about? You know, that's not inspirational. That's not inspiration. They're going to be strong and young their whole life through. Okay. We love Diana Ayala. Do we love her? We love her and we thank her. And we're all going to get together for that beautiful new community center. Is that going to be great? All right, I want you to hear from one more person. I'll come back for it. I'll come back for it. You're going to be here, I'm going to be here. One more person I want to hear from, because she's doing extraordinarily important work at NYCHA, helping to make things happen for residents of public housing, but she's also leading something for the whole city. I want you to hear about this. It's called the Task Force for Racial Inclusion and Equity. What this is something we've never seen in the history of New York City before. It is all the leaders of all the city agencies who are people of color joined together, representing all the people of color of this city and making decisions for their own communities. This is a different approach to government. It's an innovative approach. It's a representative approach. And the leader of that is also the executive vice president for NYCHA. My pleasure to introduce Sadia Sherman.
I also need the.
I left it for you.
Thank you. Small but mighty. Thank you so much, and I'm so excited to be here. You know, we know that a basketball court is more than just a place for play. It's where we build community. It's how we stay active. It's how we keep safe. It's also how many of us, particularly when we were young, learned the lessons that we need to be able to reach our full potential in life. So I'm excited to be here. I want to reiterate all the thank you to PD, to the DA's office, to Mr. Parker, and all of our partners in government, Councilmember Ayala, for all of their partnership. But I also want to give a real big shout out to the MAP team and the MOCJ team, not only for their partnership here, but across the city. Making real change on the ground, empowering residents to be part of the process. And that's close to my heart. It's close to the work that we do at NYCHA. I think what's exciting about this project is that we've had a new approach to the way we do capital projects at NYCHA, where residents who live at our developments, who are the experts, right, in your own community, where we're leveraging your knowledge, your expertise to make decisions. And so the residents of Wagner houses chose the paint and the pattern and the design, and they developed this basketball court. And so Exactly. And so you should be proud. The young people of Wagner in particular should be proud because this is all you. You should take a bow. Our resident association, all of our partners on the ground should take a bow for this accomplishment. It is a testament to what we can do when we work together. I know communities like East Harlem, I'm in Harlem, right nearby, were hit hard, particularly by COVID. This is the beginning of us coming back and working together, and there's more to come. Thank you.
I'm going to conclude, before we cut this ribbon, with a little New York vignette. One day, I know the commissioner will appreciate this, one day I walked up to two police officers, part of our critical response command that protects us against terrorism, and the two officers were standing next to each other. And it was a great New York City moment. One was an African-American man with dreadlocks. The other was a Chinese man. I got talking with them. I looked at their nameplates. I saw the African-American man's name. His last name was Lee. I then looked at the Chinese man. His last name was Lee. I said, this is a New York City moment. And now I just want to conclude by thanking the Parker brothers. The Parker brothers. Much for this community. Thank you, everybody. Here we go.
Hey, everybody that lives here, we're going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. So, you ready? All right, everybody give me a 3, 2, 1 countdown. 3, 2,